Did you know that you can send emails directly from the school data portal? There aren't too many scenarios where you'll need to do this because remember, we use single sign-on, which means that if you're releasing a staff intentions form to staff or subject selection forms to students, they simply need to go to the school data website, log in using their school email. Remember, never type a password into school data. Microsoft should authenticate you. And the form link will be waiting on their dashboard. This means that the easiest way to alert staff or students to the fact that there's a form waiting for them is to send them an email the way you normally would. If you want a link in there, simply put www.schooldata.com.au into a hyperlink and add it to your email. But let's go through two quick scenarios where you need to send an email directly from school data. Both of these involve sending links to people who can't be authenticated via Microsoft because they don't have a school email address. The first category is parents, and the standout scenario here is where you require parents to provide approval for a subject selection or subject change form that a student has submitted. The second scenario is where you're, say, sending a staff intentions form to someone who doesn't have a school email address. Say they're on long service leave or maternity leave and they don't have access to their emails, or maybe they haven't even started at the school yet, so they haven't been assigned an email address yet. The great news is we can help you handle both of these common scenarios. Under admin on the left-hand side, you will see the emailer. As the name suggests, this is where you send the emails from. But ideally, you won't be constructing the email from scratch every time you need to send it. That is where the email template admin comes in handy. Now, the first time you visit this page, you might find that there are no templates in here. And so I want to show you a quick way to get some templates into your template admin screen. If we go back to the matrix planning page, and this time we're going to go to the emailer. We've built a few global templates for you. And if I press select template, as though I was about to send an email, you'll see these bottom four are preceded by the word global. Let's say it's a staff intentions survey that you want to send to a non-single sign-on teacher. If I click the template, you can see the heavy lifting is being done by these symbols here in between the less than tilde and then tilde and greater than. Similarly, up here we have the tilde and first name. Importantly, you cannot change anything after a tilde and before a tilde. There is code behind these that essentially determines which link they're going to go off and fetch. Apart from first name, which is a pretty obvious one, there are two key identifiers you need to become familiar with. This one here, identifier, allows you to send a link to a form, like a staff intentions form or a student's subject selection form. And yes, you can change this text, and we'll show you how in just a second. You can also add HTML tags down here, and you might recall that in one or two of our webinars, I've explained how you can get ChatGPT to help you format these. The other key identifier is Guardian Approve Link that we see here. Guardian Approve Link sends parents a copy of a student's form that has been submitted with a button at the bottom where they can either approve or reject the contents of that form that's been submitted by the student. Okay, so let's have a look at the most common one here. Let's say you want to create your own local staff intentions email template. All I'm going to do is simply grab all of the text in here, and I'm going to press Control C for copy, and then I'm going to go back home, and I'm going to go into email template admin. I'm going to press new entry, and I'm going to paste this into the mail body. Now I can make my changes. Let's say I want to call it your 2026 staff form, and I want to change the date to whatever, the 23rd of July, for example. I don't know whether that's a Friday or not. And of course, you can make any other changes that you'd like. A common one is you might want to change this to Jane, college principal. Just bear in mind, emails sent from the portal will come from school data. I mention this for two reasons. One, I personally think it's best to send emails from your school's email client wherever possible. And two, if you do need to send emails from the school data portal, probably in these two scenarios we're going through here, it might be wise, if you can, to alert recipients to the fact that sometimes these emails will go to their spam folder. All right, now in order for this email template to appear in the drop-down when you go to send the email, you have to give it a template name, My Form Template. You have to press active, and you need to have an email subject, which is very handy. Saves you typing the email subject every time you press send. See your form link here, or something less clumsily worded. All right, I'll press save and exit. I'll go home. And now if I go to the emailer and I select the template, you'll see My Form Template is listed as one of the local templates. One other cool feature of this email service is that this audience list down here is dynamic. And what that means is if you actually change the form that you're sending, it will go and look up the audience of that form. Once you've selected a template, the subject and body will appear here. You can simply tick in the right-hand column who you would like to send this email to, and then when you press send mass emails, you'll get a pop-up that says you are about to send this to 4 teachers. Once you press OK, your emails will be sent. And that is a very quick guide to creating email templates and using School Data's internal email service.